Peace guys and welcome to a new video. Today we are reacting to Buffy Summers' You Didn't Earn It by Brably. So let's jump straight into it, shall we?
You need someone to lead you.
It's automatically you.
You must come with me. Your destiny awaits.
Oh my god, this music. I swear, this music is always
Better than we are.
for something
We don't
sad.
know.
For something sad. Like, this music is always there for something sad. And oh my god, I hated it so much when, like, everyone turned against Buffy. It was so, like... What the heck, you know? Like, I could have understand, like, there are several instances where Buffy wasn't, like... You know... the best leader, you know? Cause like she's a kid, you know. She's been a kid for a while, and then she was like a college student. Like, she is not very old. She's like, what, in the last season, maybe 25, maybe, I guess, probably younger. So like she's been a kid, so yeah. But like that was so terrible when they turned against her, because like it was like not even like it was not even her fault. Like, she was right, you know. Like, she was right when she said, like, first off, she had to lead them because someone has to, and she's the like one that's been leading from the beginning, and also the most experienced one. So there's that. But then also, like, you have to make tough decisions, and sometimes, this is the worst, sometimes people die if you make those decisions, you know. And she was right after all. You know, her decision that she made that turned everyone against her because people got hurt, like, it was the right decision. She was right, you know. There was something worth getting there, and she later on gets it herself, by herself, which is awesome. And they also go down there and try to get it separate from her, but like not nearly as good as prepared and everything, and walk straight into a trap because like they don't have her on her side who has the experience. They have Faith, who is like really, like, she's a good huntress, you know, a good yeah, chosen one, but she's like, she's a good slayer, you know. But she's like, yeah, she doesn't look out for danger. She doesn't think around the corner and stuff like that. She just barges in, you know what I mean? So like it, and then they go there where they didn't want to go in the first place, and where they blamed Buffy that she wanted to go, then that people got hurt there. They blamed her for that decision and threw her out because she made that decision. But later on they go down there anyways, so they make the same decision, but they're less prepared because they have Faith as a leader. And then more people get hurt. And then Buffy's good enough again for saving them, you know? I was just so fucking pissed, you know? Because Buffy did literally the best she could in that situation. And the fact that, like, she didn't, like, she acted like she didn't care for anyone. And, like, just ordering them around was not because she didn't actually care and didn't give a shit and was, like, heartless. But, like, it was because she needed to make the hard choices, you know, and she needed to be like in a mindset where she could make the hard choices, and like everyone else was already like making sure that everyone else was fine. So Buffy, except no one, I'm pretty sure no one was making sure that like Buffy was fine or listening to Buffy in any way. And then there was Giles, who just couldn't accept that Buffy actually like was at a place now where she didn't need him as his guidance anymore, because she actually at this point had more experience than him and has been handling the shit for like ages, so she knew her own things. She was like not like this malleable child anymore that would listen to him, you know. So, and to his advice and so on. And like, he gave advice, but he gave advice with the mindset that he had when she was like a child, basically, that she would take that advice as fact and just form her own opinion from that, and not that she already had her own opinion, her own way to do it, and she was taking his advice and would like consider it, but she would like take his advice and like listen to it and see it as truth, as the one truth, as the one thing that was right to do, you know. And she didn't do that. She took his advice and she considered it, but she also had her own judgment, and that didn't align with Giles's. And so she made a different decision, and that didn't sit right with Giles. Because if he didn't make the decision that he thinks is right, she's obviously wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, there were like all these little issues that kept piling up like over seasons, but also like in that final season, and then just all exploded in that scene. And I was so pissed at all of Buffy's friends because yeah, Buffy like act like it didn't care. Buffy made some mistakes, you know, especially in communicating and stuff like that with her friends and everything, and with the people she was leading, you know. And I understand, well, like they didn't trust her judgment with Spike because, well, she had a relationship with Spike once, and then everything went to shit. You know what I mean? So, and Spike was like a bad person once, so they didn't like Spike particularly. But yeah, but like them turning their backs on her, on like that thing that like literally was the right thing to do, and like I was so pissed at everyone because that was so not okay. Because they all had their own issues. And they were definitely not perfect, and she was completely wrong. That was not the thing. Like everyone had a little bit of issues, and they all turning on Buffy. That was just complete shit. I hate it. I mean, it was good storytelling, but I hated it like as a story plot point. You know what I mean? Because I just hate the situation.
I'm worse than anyone. Honestly, I'm beneath them. My friends, my boyfriends, no. They haven't been through what I've been through. They're not the Slayer. I am. I feel like I'm better than them. Superior.
I mean, you came into the world with certain advantages, sure.
There was a girl. She fought well.
The chosen one born with a strength.
Strength and skill to hunt the vampire.
The Slayer, the strongest, the fastest, the most of flame.
I mean, that's the legacy. It's about power.
Power. I have it.
Honestly, it's not really right to feel for herself that she's like better than all her friends and everything, but like you always see yourself like in comparison to people, right? So you can either be like on the same level of them or above them or beyond them. I mean, it doesn't seem right that she like feels above her friends because they're her friends. She should feel like on the same level with them. But I can't really blame her for it because she has been told for years and years that she's special, that she's the chosen one, that she's the Slayer. She is stronger than them. She handles all that shit. She's defeated several bad guys. And yeah, her friends helped a lot. But in the end, it was mostly her. You know, she did the fighting and stuff. She was the one who killed Angel to sacrifice him to the world. You know, like all that stuff. Like her friends were there and her friends helped. But like, it was still on her. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes they help like a great deal and everything. I don't deny that at all. But like it was always still her mostly, especially with the big bads. She was the one who defeated them in the end. I love that episode where they're all forming into the Super Buffy and defeating Adam. You know, I love that episode because it shows that like they're a team, they're a union, and as the union they defeated Adam and it took all of them, you know. But at the same time, her friends were sitting safely in that room in the back around that thing. So if Buffy would have killed, Buffy would have been dead because it's her body, but her friends would have been sitting safely in the back doing their magic. You know what I mean? I don't know, like it was still her on the front lines. You know what I mean? Like her friends are always there having her back and everything, but like Buffy's like the top point of attack. You know, if you're like walking that formation, Buffy's standing at the top. She's like the top point of attack. You know what I mean? She's always out there and stuff. And like she has been told that she's the chosen one. She has been told that she's special. And she has the super strength, and she's the one making the final decisions. And she's been like the one defeating the bad guys with the help of her friends, but she was carrying like the heaviest load basically. And yeah, it was always her, you know. And she's been told she's chosen one, she's told she's special, and every time she defeats a bad guy or does something like that, she's proven that she does more than most people do. So I don't blame her for feeling beyond everyone, you know what I mean, because she is like put in that position by everyone around her also. Like, it's not like they're also putting her above them, kinda, you know, because she's the chosen one, she's the special one, she needs to make the decision. We need to get Buffy, we need to do that, we need to do that, we need to get Buffy, you know. It's always, when anything is wrong, they need to get Buffy, you know what I mean. Like, she's their friend and all of that, but like, she's also, well, the chosen one. So I get why she feels that way.
They don't. As Father said.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
It's what I do.
You're just a girl.
That's what I keep saying.
Oh.
But you didn't earn it.
That was so sad. You're just a girl. That's what I keep saying. Yeah, she's literally a girl that that whole responsibility was pushed on her. Oh my god, when Anya said she didn't earn it, I was so pissed at that. Because at first, when she first got her gifts, yes, she didn't earn them at that point. However, at this point in the show, she has defeated so many bad guys, has gone through so many shit. She was... Giles literally wanted her to sacrifice her sister for the world. She sacrificed Angel for the world. Like, that girl has gone through so much shit that none of the other ones have, by the way. They also gone through it, but not through so much shit, and especially not for the sake of the world, you know? So, at this point, yeah, she earned it. She earned it. At this point, she definitely earned it. More than any other person in this entire room. And she also more than earned to make the decision to lead these people. Because she has done that for seasons.
You didn't work for it.
I was pissed when Anya said that.
Buffy! Buffy!
Yeah, she worked for it, girl. At this point, she more
I
than worked for it.
sacrificed Angel to save the world. I loved him so much. But I knew I was right.
Just because she saved us, and I'm not gonna leave her there.
Like, she had her rest after she saved Dawn. She like had her rest, and then her friends dragged her back from heaven into that world, and then she overcame that depression and everything, and now is standing with them at this final thing, facing the final evil, the original evil, and they're turning on. I was so pissed that they would turn on her. Like, having a fight. Sure, have a fight, scream at each other, but first off, not all against one. Like, you all have separate problems with her, so... Or maybe do it in, like, your little friend circle, not with, like, all those small slayers that already didn't like Buffy because she was, you know, a badass and commanding them around and literally saving their lives several times already and keeping them safe. And then she made them go out, like, doing army shit, doing what she did every fucking day for years, and they got hurt because she got also very hurt before, but like, they got hurt, and then it turns against her because she's not protecting them but leading them into battle. Guys, she's literally been protecting you. You've been moaning about her protecting you and bitching about her the whole time. And then when she leads you into battle because, well, your fucking army, like, I mean you're kids, yeah, but she also was a kid, and like she needs more than just her to defeat this ultimate evil, you know. Otherwise you're dead. You're moaning about her making you fight. I was so pissed. Well, what I want to say was like, yeah, I get that you're pissed with Buffy at some point. Buffy's also pissed at some of you, you know, but like, do it in your small inner circle like you always have, and like discuss this and fight, and maybe do it in one-on-one, but at least in like in your small inner circle. Instead, everyone, including Faith, who has no shit to say about any of this, by the way, and she was also keeping back, the new guy from the school who had problems with Buffy because she was Spike, who had nothing to say whatsoever, by the way, because he just popped in like 2 weeks ago, honestly, and all the other Slayers who already have problems with Buffy because they don't like it that she like, well, I don't honestly know why they don't like her. Probably because she makes them train and hides them, and or because she's not perfect. Probably because she's not that god that they thought she was. I think that's the reason they don't like her, because she's not that god that they thought she was. That's why they don't like her, because she hasn't been perfect and people have died. That's it. And because she couldn't defeat the ultimate evil all by herself, like it was nothing, you know. I feel like that's like all of those people, they have nothing to do in this conversation whatsoever, by the way. So you have your little thing with your friends in private, you discuss it out like you always have. You find a common space again, and then towards like all these new people, towards these small Slayers that are basically teenagers bitching about everything because they're teenagers, you know. That's the feeling that all the small Slayers give me, by the way, all the baby Slayers. So and towards them you present a united front, you know. You're not all against, you don't side with like the newbies and the baby Slayers who don't like Buffy because they're teenagers who don't appear to like anything, you know. You don't unite with them against your friends that's been on your side for years, and just everyone throws her out of her house, by the way. Like, Dawn was like, it's my house though, and I'm like, no. I mean, yeah, you're living there, but she's the adult in this, so it's technically her house. Just saying. You know, I'm still so pissed about that scene. Everyone was being a shithole. Everyone was being an asshole. Buffy just, by the way, just forgives them like it's nothing. Like, she saves them and then she comes back and just forgives them. No one has to say anything.
You've carried the weight of the world on your shoulders since high school. And
Yeah.
I know you didn't ask for this, but you do it.
Yeah, she does. Exactly. Didn't earn it. Oh my god. Didn't earn it, Anya.
She has saved your lives again and again.
Yes. Preach, Spike.
She has died for you.
Yeah.
She's a hero, you see.
Yeah, I love when Spike comes back and he's so fucking pissed on Buffy's behalf and he's like the reasonable one in the room. You know? Like, he is so fucking pissed on Buffy and they're like, yeah, you're so on Buffy's side anyways. And I'm like, no. Like, he's the only reasonable one being here right now because he's speaking truth. He's preaching preaching truth, okay? Sadly not to the choir, but she's preaching truth. Like, what the fuck? He's preaching truth, you know? And I was like, preach. I was sitting there and I was like, preach, Spike, yeah. Someone says it. Thank you very much. That's also why they waited for him to leave, because then Buffy would have had someone on her side. Like, that was such bitchy. That was such a bitch move from all of them. They were all bitches.
You're my hero.
See? Dust. Just like the rest of them. It makes you luckier than us.
It doesn't stop. It never.
It makes you luckier than us. Oh, Anya, so you had to sacrifice your boyfriend to save the world? People wanted from you to sacrifice your sister to save the world? Have you died to save the world before? No? Okay, how is she luckier? I hated Anya so much. She was like breaking points. It was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Do you have any idea what she did the last years? Like, any idea whatsoever? Or what you went through? Like, what the fuck, you were there, you saw some of it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Stops. I'm talking about watching my lover die. You killed me. Mom! Can't pretend it's not the end because it is. Tell me to kill my sister. Do you think I chose to be like this? Any idea how lonely it is? How dangerous? You poison me. Bite me. I would love to be upstairs watching TV or gossiping about boys or, God, even studying. But I have to save the world. Again. Because I'm 16 years old.
Oh yeah, some of these speeches, they are so annoying. When she like screams at her mother, that was so heartbreaking. And her mother was just like, yeah, don't do it, you know? She was like, don't leave this house. Like, I get what she did, she wanted Buffy to be safe, you know? But like, that just wasn't the luxury Buffy could afford, because if she didn't go, the world would have ended, and she wouldn't have been safe, and her mother either.
I don't want to die. He's understood how it felt. How it feels. Standing on the mouth of hell and it is going to swallow me whole.
And it'll choke on me.
It'll choke on me.
I want you. Get out of my face.
Hell yeah. That was also such a great metaphor, because like that was like, you know, her falling down and then she just stood back up, and like it was a great thing to like end end the season, like to final bad guy to like knock her down. She stands back up anyways, even though like she's basically, I still don't know, did she have a terrible, like a very fatal wound? Because when she fell, it looked like it was a fatal wound and she couldn't get back up, but then like she got back up and like killed the person, and then ran like over buildings after a bus and jumped on a bus, you know, and she seemed fine. So that was so confusing for me. But at the same time, I love it when she just stands up, because like it's like really a thing she did like the whole series, you know. She got knocked down so many times by bad guys and terrible stuff, but like she always kind of found a way to stand back up. I absolutely love that.
Are you ready to be strong? It's fighting. It's hard. And it's painful. And it's every day. They want an apocalypse. Or we'll give them one. From now on, we won't just face our worst fears. We will seek them out.
I've been to more battles for Buffy than you all can ever imagine. She stopped everything that's ever come up against her. She's laid down her life literally to protect the people around her. This girl has died 2 times and she's still standing.
Yeah. I love that. That girl has died 2 times and she's still standing. Yeah.
Gotten us this far.
I love what you are. What you do.
I love that Spike speech. Honestly, in that last few episodes, Spike is absolute fucking gold. I love him so much in that last few episodes.
I've seen your kindness and your...
Like, after the thing he did, like, in the previous season, I was like, yeah, okay, this guy is true. He will not have a redemption arc. You cannot come back from this. And he managed to come back from this. Granted, he now has a soul, so that kind of makes him, like, you can see that as 2 separate people, kind of. Because Angel also is a terrible person when he had no soul, and, you know, you can forgive his things, because then he has a soul, and that's, like, 2 separate people. But, like, you're still not really on his side at the beginning. But, like, he still manages to, like, pull off a redemption arc in that last season. It was like, what the fuck, damn. Like, in that last few episodes, you're 100% on his side once again. They did it beautifully.
Strength.
Oh, when she caught that knife. Oh, this was so awesome.
You're a hell of a woman.
I got it so wrong. I want to protect you from the world. I want to show it to you.
You gotta trust her. She's earned it.
Yeah, she earned it. Screw Anya's and all of yours, you didn't earn it. She fucking earned it. Okay. Well, that was a very long reaction. Yeah, I absolutely fucking love Buffy. I also love her friends. I just hated that scene where they turned on her because that was like not okay at all. Like I instantly like went into that scene, and after that scene, they managed to make me hate all of them. Somehow they also came back from it real quick again after they all came back together. But like, yeah, I hated all of them after that scene. Because it was just so unreasonable. They had arguments that like were wrong. They were just wrong, you know. That is the thing. They were just wrong. The thing is, all of them together were wrong against her, and they went all together. They went against her, and they were all wrong. That was the problem. I absolutely freaking love Buffy. I love her so much. And this was a great edit. It was beautifully edited. I really loved it. Like, you understood all the quotes they were saying. The song gave the right atmosphere. It was great. I loved it. I loved it. Great fan edit. Yeah, I love the like. You may do so too. On this fan edit or on this video if you like. Don't forget to push the subscribe button for, well, more fan edit reactions. And I hope I will see you in my next video again. Until then, bye guys.